I need you to let me know, like, what's going on, like, what happened?
I'd be, like I said, I'd be happy to tell you once I see information.
I'm not giving you my information until you tell me what you pulled me over for.
In Michigan, a police officer demands a driver's ID. When he asks what he did wrong, the cop loses it.
Failure to give me my information is an arrestable offense, okay? So you can either do this the easy way or the hard way, all right?
I need to know what you're pulling me over for.
I'm going to tell you once I see information, all right?
I got information, but I'm not giving you my information until you tell me what you're pulling me over for.
Here's the deal. Either give me your ID or you go to jail. Detail 5 radio. I'll be on a stop, entrance to the parks. You send me another car. And a cooperative accident.
My tag's expired and my lights out.
I'd be happy to tell you, sir. Are you a lawyer, sir?
Because to be honest with you, I have a right to remain silent, right? So I could just sit here and ignore you.
No, you can't, sir.
I don't ask you any questions.
Okay, well, it's going to turn out very poorly for you.
It's fine, but you're not telling me what's going on, and that ain't right.
I'm going to tell you what the deal is. You're probably suspended, so you don't want to give me your license. Here's the deal.
For all I know, you could be trying to kill me right now.
You're absolutely ridiculous, all right?
I don't care.
All right, step out of the car.
It's been 2 minutes. I'm not stepping out the car until you tell me what's going on.
All right, open the door.
You got to let me know what's going on, man. You're not doing this.
You're going to jail is what's going on.
For what? You ain't... What charges? On what charges? Wow.
Get out of the car now. Get out of the car, man. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Let me get out of the car. Okay, get out.
Get out of the car!
You ain't getting out of the car. Get out of the car now. Get out of the car. On the ground. Put your hand behind your back. Your hands, man. Put your hand behind your back. Roll you over. Knees, stand up. Get your knees up. Right in, look up. 1, 2, 3, get up. Come on, right back here.
This is yet another example of how law enforcement will escalate a situation that does not need escalating. A timeless example of police brutality. Here's the backstory. Taylor Police Department officers stopped a car driven by Calvin Jones, who was traveling with his wife and a boy. Jones apparently declined to provide identification. The video shows an officer pulling on the driver's side window, breaking it. The officer claimed Jones was reaching for something between seats. Jones says he was just trying to unlock his seatbelt. The ACLU posted the dash cam footage on YouTube, and Live reported a Taylor police officer stopped him for allegedly running a stop sign. The ACLU acknowledged the officer was correct that Jones is obligated to present his driver's license upon request and without explanation during a traffic stop, but contends the officer could have handled the situation without escalating tensions. After breaking Jones's driver's side window, the officer, with the help of 3 others in law enforcement, pulled Jones from the car. Jones reportedly blacked out after being put in a chokehold during the arrest. ACLU attorney Mark Fancher told local media there law enforcement professionals who suggest that in a situation like that, the officer does not have to win the debate. If the officer had told Mr. Jones at the outset, "I stopped you because I saw you run a stop sign," that would have eliminated the entire discussion. The ACLU sent a letter dated May 23rd asking the Downriver Detroit Suburbs Police Department to review the stop, retrain officers if necessary, amend policies, and discipline the officers involved. Taylor Police declined to comment on the incident, but said an investigation would be Mr. Jones was stripped to his underwear and detained for several hours in a cold holding cell. These events began when Jones demanded an explanation for the stop, wrote the ACLU. In May 2017, we filed an internal affairs complaint against the officers involved and publicly released the footage. In August, the Internal Affairs complaint concluded with no finding of fault on the part of the officers, but the department revised its policies to require its police officers to advise all drivers they pull over of the basis for the stop. The filing references 20 incidents of violence by TPD officers, many of which raise concerns about the possibility of racial bias. A federal investigation is necessary to spur fundamental changes concerning the police department's culture and personnel, as well as the adoption of much needed policing reforms. The ACLU also contends the Taylor Police Department and city government allegedly blackmail victims of police brutality by charging them with crimes and offering to drop those charges if the victims agree not to sue over excessive force, wrote the Detroit News. For instance, ACLU attorneys pointed to Illinois resident Imani Ringgold Diabel, who is black, was pulled over by Taylor police in 2019 while he was driving with his girlfriend and 3-year-old daughter. Officers said he was speeding. 6 police vehicles came to the scene. Officers ordered him out of the car. When Ringgold Diabel asked why, officers pulled him from the car, held him face down, and used a taser on him at least 3 times, according to a press release announcing the ACLU complaint. Police said they stopped Ringgold Diabel for speeding, not having his driver's license or proof of insurance. He was charged with several offenses, including interference with police authority. The ACLU said he was told the charges would be dropped if he signed a waiver agreeing not to sue the department. He refused to sign, the ACLU said. He filed an excessive force lawsuit against the department. Fancher said video footage captured by bystanders and police dash cam shows officers using different levels of response against people of different races. He pointed to a video of a white man who carried a military-style gun on a city sidewalk and declined to produce his identification when asked or respond to an officer's questions. Officers were obsequious and extremely deferential to the man during that encounter, Fancher said. Contrast that with the treatment of Calvin Jones,